Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the next topic of our research series, that is data processing. This is Dr. Ram Singh. Let's move ahead. So once the data has been collected using questionnaire, right, so it should be prepared for the further analysis, right. Collected data is in the raw form and it must be converted to the useful information, and that is suitable for the required analysis. It should be converted into the form so that it can be used for the further statistical analysis, so that various statistical treatments can be applied on that particular data. So proper data processing is very much required to get the reliable result. Now we have already discussed that data is in the raw form. Data are in the raw form. We have discussed that when we were discussing about data collection technique, that data are in raw form and it should be processed to get the useful information, to get the useful data. So we have discussed that information is basically the processed form of raw data, right. So now in processing of the data, we consider these steps. We go for questionnaire checking, we go for editing, then we go for coding and cleaning of the data, then we go for data classification, data entry, data validation and tabulation. So we will discuss all these steps in detail in today's lecture. First of all, questionnaire checking. So of course, when the data is collected through questionnaire, it is very much important to check the questionnaire whether they would be accepted or rejected. We should check the questionnaire for incomplete, partially or fully, right. Whether the questionnaire may be fully incomplete or it can be partially incomplete, respondents have not recorded their responses, or answered by the person who has inadequate knowledge, or questionnaire show the impression that the respondents could not understand the question. So in all in these three cases, of course, we have to reject that particular questionnaire or go for the re-interview of the respondents, or we reject that these questionnaire and we go for the analysis with the remaining questionnaires. Then another step is editing. So editing of the data is a process of examining this raw data to detect errors and omissions and to correct whenever possible. So now editing can be done in the field editing or center editing. In field editing, basically at a time of taking the responses, we just look at the questionnaire and we make the correction at a time of taking the response in the field itself, right. While we are surveying the respondents and we feel like yes, there are some missing responses are there, or there are some kind of some kind of inadequate responses are there, we just ask the respondent at that particular point of time and we make the correction in that. So it is known as field editing. Another is that once you collect all the questionnaire, then after that you make the or you look for the errors and omissions in the questionnaire. So it is known as central editing. The next step is coding. So coding is basically the process of assigning numbers or the symbols to answers, so the responses can be put into the limited number, as well as it can be used for analysis in various statistical software. So in previous lecture, when we were discussing about questionnaire development, I have discussed that pre-coding of your question, that you must assign code to each and every responses, right. I have already discussed this. For example, you ask any question to the respondents. For let's say you ask, I am satisfied with the brand of my car, right, or with the performance of my car, or with the mileage of my car, right. Now in that case, you give them responses to be marked on the scale, that is 1 for strongly disagree, 2 for disagree, 3 for neutral or can't say, 4 for agree, and 5 for strongly agree. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the codes that is assigned to these responses. So when we feed this data into the software, we feed the responses by the help of these codes only. I will discuss this coding and feeding the data in SPSS in upcoming lecture. So please like, share and subscribe my channel so that you can get updates about my latest videos. Next step is classification of the data. So here we place the data on the basis of common characteristic. We place the data into the categories. The categories can be on the basis of attributes or can be in the basis of class interval. In attributes, we just measure whether it is particular attributes is present or not. For example, I ask the respondents, are you in job? Yes or no, right? And in case of class interval, I provide with the various range of variable is divided into the various interval. A range of variable divided into the various interval. For example, I ask them your annual income. So it can be, first interval can be 2 to 3 lakhs, right? Then second can be 4 to 5 lakhs. Third can be 5 to 6 lakhs, or it can be more than 6 lakhs. So this is how we make intervals of the variables, right? So I suppose this is clear to you. So after data classification, now the step is data entry. Now we enter the data into the statistical software. It may be SPSS, it may be Excel, right? It may be R, whatsoever. But basically we use Excel sheet for feeding the data, and after that this Excel sheet can be easily used or compatible with SPSS, R or any software, statistical software. We can import this Excel sheet over there. So I will advise you you can feed your responses on Excel sheet initially, and after that you can input these Excel sheet. You can import this Excel sheet into SPSS or R anywhere, right? I will discuss this process in detail in upcoming lecture. Then we look for the data cleaning. Then we look for the missing values or consistency in the responses, right? We look for once we feeded the data, then we look for the missing values or consistency in the data. Many times it happens that abnormal data are there, then which is known as outliers. That is abnormal observations, right? Your range is from 1 to 10, and you find that the one of the response is 35. Of course, it is somewhere outliers. It is abnormal response. It can be possible that might be possible that it happens because of the typo error, right? Many times what happens that we type 3 and 5 in the next cell, but because of typo error, it typed together in one cell and it constitutes 35, right? So we look for this kind of responses. They make the cleaning of the data. So I will discuss the treatment of the missing values in SPSS in upcoming lecture, right? Then finally we summarize our raw data and display it in the compact form by the help of tabulation, by making the tables. So tabulation is basically the order arrangement of data in columns and row, and of course it helps in facilitating process of comparison. It helps in summation of the items and detection of error, and it provides the basis for various statistical computations. Then we present this data, tabular data, in the form of the graph by the help of, mostly we use bar charts, where we show the responses. Then when want to show the response in percentage, we use pie chart. And when we want to show the trends of the variables, we also use line charts. So I will discuss all these charts in later on series when we discuss about the charts and graphs in SPSS. So this is all about data processing. It starts with input, where we go for verification of data, coding and storing. Then next step is processing, where we look for classification, storing and calculation, summarizing of the data. And then finally we get an output, which results in retrieval of the information, conversion, and finally communicate this information to the target audience. So this is all about data processing. In next lecture, I will discuss about the measurement of center tendency. We will move towards the basic statistics somewhere. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, students.